Stop. Hey y'all, welcome back to Kicking It with K-Rob. It is your host, K-Rob. And it's not today, it is very much morning. But it's very late, very early in the morning. And we have a special guest here, my friend Morgan here. Y'all, she's been on the show, multiple times. Literally. And she's back again. But we're gonna start this new year off. Well, there's people up. Hey y'all. I can't see.
Stephanie?
What are y'all doing up? What are y'all doing
here?
Y'all, we're doing an episode and y'all are up. I'm screaming. Shit, not y'all up late. But anyways, so we're doing a song breakdown of the song Jagged Edge, Walked Out of Heaven. Okay. So I'm gonna give y'all some background information about the song. The song peaked at number 6 on Billboard Top 100, but it was their second best hit, right after Where the Party At. There we go. It was released in December 2003 on their 4th studio album, Hard. That's the name of the album, is Hard. And the songwriter for this song were the twins Brandon and Brian Casey, and then of course the legendary Brown Michael Cox. Y'all, if y'all know his credentials, look him up. He's the one of the reasons R&B is the way it is, or like early 2000s, 90s, the way it is. So anyway, so we watched the video and we done analyzed the song. And what made me pick this song was one day, y'all, I was driving, not down the highway, but I was driving. I was like, oh my God, he feel like he walked out of heaven when he lost her. I was like, wow, like damn, that feels so good. Like dang, he really liked her. And then shut up, Morgan. And then as we were sitting here analyzing the song, it's just like, wait a minute now.
You might have had me in the first half.
You had me in the first half. Okay, so we're gonna get into the first opening line. Okay. They say, I'm rolling down this lonely highway, asking God to please forgive me for messing up this blessing he gave to me. I see. You see it now. And then I just want to know, why is that people always wait till it's too late to ask for forgiveness and then to do right when it's too late? Why? Like, especially niggas, because that's who right. That's the audience, the target audience for me. That's my target audience. Why do men wait till it's too late to do right? Like, I don't understand.
And to me, like, answering like the question that it gave you about like why do they wait, it's like, if you really wanted it, why are you waiting to the last minute? You know what I'm saying? Like, if this was something that you really cared about and wanted to work out, why are we praying for God to give you back something that he obviously took away because you didn't know how to appreciate it? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like, this is annoying. You don't know how... Yep, you don't know what you have until it's gone. You're absolutely correct. Yep.
But I feel like I personally know what I have, because imagine me. I carry my phone. My phone is like, I need it every day, Yeah. Imagine, I know what life would be like without having a phone, because I've had life without a phone before.
Right. Without having to lose it.
Without having to lose it. That was a good analogy, wasn't it? You know what? So niggas, that's a lie. That's a lie. Y'all do know what y'all be having. Let's rewind back.
Okay. They know. They don't think they ever gonna lose it. That's the problem. They be like, okay, let's like, you be like, okay, I got my phone. I ain't never gonna lose my phone. You know what I'm saying? That's a you problem if you lose your phone. I already got my phone.
Right.
Then somebody take your phone, or you lose your phone because you were being negligent. And here we are. Like, now I gotta get used to life without a phone.
Yeah. Or we're going to use this phone. Imagine a cracked screen. Because once the screen is cracked, which is AKA, it's a metaphor for trust. That's,
you're going to have to pay to get it fixed.
You have to,
Lord. And it don't work the same when it's cracked. And y'all know it. It cut your fingers. It be having your phone glitching. Listen. Okay.
And then it could cut you too.
It do.
The glass.
It hurt.
Whew, I never thought about that. That's crazy. We waking up this morning. We waking up. Let the church say amen.
Amen. Lord, we only one line
in. One line in the song, we get into it. I'm screaming. Come closer. Come this way, son. Okay. You can see you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So then he says, or they say, everything is clear now. The night's as black it's ever been. I had a hard time breaking that down, but we're gonna hand it over to my girl Morgan because she explained it better.
Okay, so for me, when he said everything's clear now, the nights is black. Okay. It's just fun.
We're not gonna do that. Instagram.
Okay.
BFFR.
So, when I heard that line, I was like, to me, I just envisioned like, if you're sitting outside at night and it's like a super clear night, and y'all know like it be pitch dark, not a cloud in the sky, meaning no confusion. Then there's no stars either though. So
nothing to light up the sky.
Exactly. So you're saying like you see everything clear now because there's no confusion. You know what you want. So you say is her back because you also don't have any stars in your sky anymore.
Or the moon.
Or the moon. You can't see Venus, Mars, none of them.
And then in the video, when we was watching the video, she noticed that like when it was just the 40 guys rolling down on the highway, it was dark and it was like destructive everywhere.
You
like
could see the clouds as if there was like an explosion. Something like something was. When you demolish a building, there's a lot of like smoke. You know what I'm talking about, and all that stuff. On
don't be poor.
Okay, please don't be poor. But so when like the guys were on the screen, it was like very dark, very gloomy. It makes you feel very like heavy. But when they pan to their girls, they're wearing all white
background, bright. Yep.
They're like, even if they're upset, it's like you have no option but to focus on them because
it was so bright.
It's so bright, and like everything is just like everything. The bed, the floor, the suitcase that he's carrying.
Did they have on white? The outfits were white.
White. So it's literally giving a symbolism of like, you are my little piece of heaven, which is crazy. So.
And then they're going to say, without my girl, I'm losing it. And I pray that he just sheds his grace on me. I need. Did you, okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Because without your girl, you're going to lose it. And I pray that he sheds his grace on me. Why? He already did when he gave you her.
Talk about it.
And you didn't appreciate it. So, he does say he giveth and he does taketh away.
And then I said, because like once you lose me, nigga, you in hell. Like,
go to hell.
You could go there,
and you already know.
So yeah, I just feel like
because and like the fact that you're praying he sheds his grace is just so like, it's a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, so apparently whatever you did was enough for her to be like, I'm actually really done with you for real. You know, like it was enough for her to like, for real, try to walk away, and you'd be like, oh, no. God, please.
Please. That's when you want to call on the big man or the big woman up above.
Do not let this woman walk away from me.
Cause now, then he goes on to say, feels like I've damn near thrown my life away. I'm scared just like a child that's lost at 7. We didn't know he said that, y'all.
I did not know he said 7. I promise you, we was over here like...
Uh-huh. Oh, okay.
What?
Yeah. And then...
Okay, so for me, it was like... It made me think, like, are you really scared to lose me? Or are you just scared to not have access to me? Because, like, you're like, oh, I feel like I've thrown my life away. But if I was really that big a part of your life, you wouldn't have jeopardized losing me. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, there are certain things in your life you're like, no, I absolutely cannot let this be lost. You know what I'm saying? Like, this relationship, whatever friendship that was, it means too much for me to jeopardize. But that, you obviously didn't feel that way, so now you're scared. Like a child that's lost at 7. I don't know about y'all, but being a kid and being lost, terrifying.
Imagine like being lost at Walmart at 7 years old.
Oh my God. Forget Walmart. Going to IKEA as a kid.
That happened to you?
No, but that story scares me as an adult. So as a kid, said, I'd be terrified if I was lost in IKEA at the age of freaking 7. Like, that's terrifying. So you're saying you're scared like that. You're terrified. But are you?
And then some men, they don't really want you. They just don't want nobody else to have you or you to be out there on your own. And that selfish. To me is selfish as hell, because you can have whoever and whenever, but the moment I do it, it's a problem. What they say?
It's cool when
they do it. It's a problem when I do it. Fuck them.
Like,
so like,
oh my goodness,
that, like, I don't know. That's not cool. Just make up your mind. Cause me, I don't know. If I want something, I want something.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm not just gonna keep something just because somebody else wants it.
And I think that's the whole like, you want it because someone else has it. Like, you know how little kids would be like, won't be paying attention to it, but let another person come and play with that toy, and they're like,
nope,
I want it. Da, da, da.
So let's.
He's childish.
So, he's comparing himself to a child. He's childish.
Yes, it is childish, because you're scared to lose me like a child is lost at 7. Like, that doesn't make any sense. You should be scared like a grown man who's scared to lose his woman because you forgot to do what you need to do to keep me. But whatever.
And then they go on and say, don't you know what to do to get right back with you? Oh, don't know what to do to get right back with you. And then I said, I don't know, it depends on what he did, but we're going to assume it was infidelity. Because we wouldn't be talking about this song if it was finances, unless he stole from her or something like that,
Oh my God.
Right?
Yeah. So how much we can
But Morgan said she has a list. So what consists of your list? If somebody said, give me X, Y, and Z to get right back with you. And would you tell him?
If you really want to know, like, because, okay, I feel like, yes, I would tell him, because I need to figure out if you're just saying this or if you're going to actually work to try to literally get back in my good graces. You know what I'm saying? Like, because some guys will be like, oh, I'll do whatever. And you're like, okay, well, do this. And they be like, oh, well, I can't do that. You don't want to be with me. But as far as an actual list, well, okay, I guess it does depend on what he did. But if we're going for the sake of cheating, honestly, I don't think that we can really. There is no list. Get out my face. That's the list. But I mean, for real, like, if it's like, let's say it's not infidelity. Let's say it's like he just didn't put in enough effort or whatever. Okay. So, one, that I like reassurance. So I'm going to need you to reassure me, like, genuinely reassure me about, like, where this is going, what we're doing. 2, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to need some grand gestures. Yup. I'm a flower girl, so I would like my favorite flowers. If like, I like candles, you need to get me some candles. If I like to go out to eat, you need to take me out to a nice restaurant. Like, you need to be literally putting in the effort that you should have did before, and I need it at least 3-4 times over, because you need to show me, okay, not only am I going to make it up to you, but I'm also going to make this a new standard for myself. It's the lights going on. But because that shows me, hey, that's like, when you have, like, let's say you're taking a test, right? And you fail. And you go to the teacher and you're like, hey, I really need this grade. And they're like, okay, I'll give you a bonus. But you got to do a project for the bonus.
Oh.
What, you gonna not do the project? You just gonna fail?
No.
You gonna get your ass in there and you gonna do that damn project.
Yeah,
this is your project,
and it does require extra work.
It does. It actually probably requires more work than the original task that you were supposed to do. But that's your fault because you slacked off in the beginning. So now you have to overcompensate.
Yep.
To get back to where you're supposed to be.
Yep. And there is no timeline on healing, and I feel like guys, they get that confused. They're like, "Oh, it's been 6 months."
Also, while on that note. Past time is not a freaking apology. So you saying it's been 6 months, but you ain't never apologized to poor Caroline about what the hell you did to her 6 months ago does not mean that she should forgive you because you never apologized. But I mean, we're gonna get to the forgiveness, but yeah, that's not an apology. So y'all going 3 weeks without talking and then popping back up and being like, "Oh, what you doing?" is not sufficient enough. Sorry, she can still be mad, and she has the right to be mad for as long as she wants to. Anybody does.
However, I was reading. I'm not saying this is a good example for a couple, but I do agree. I was reading DJ Envy and his wife's book or whatever else, and he was doing all the work to be, put in for her to forgive. Some women, they don't really know what forgiveness really means. Yeah. When you accept to forgive, the woman also has to accept like that she's going to put in work to forgive him and not just
you could get saying it.
Exactly. You have to actually feel it and take action when it comes to forgiving, or else it's just going to put a strain on the relationship. Yeah, it's going to put a strain on the relationship.
That's definitely true, because it's not as simple as just saying, "Oh, I forgive you."
Right.
It's the same way. It's not as simple as just being like, "I'm sorry."
Right.
Because an apology and no change behavior is manipulation.
Exactly.
So me also saying I forgive you and then not doing the work is kind of like manipulation, because now you're doing the work to change and I'm not putting in the work to forgive.
Yep.
So now you're like, well, damn, what am I even putting in the work for? She don't even really care for me to, like, she don't even really want this to work anymore. So it's kind of like, if you're going to forgive somebody, you need to, like, really forgive them. And I know people be like, oh, you got to forgive for yourself. Yeah, you do. But, like, don't say you're going to forgive somebody if you're not going to actually try to do that.
Because then that's defeats the purpose.
Yeah, you just wanted to hear them say that.
Yeah.
They were sorry. And if that's the case, yeah.
Take that sorry and move on.
Take that sorry, but don't say, I forgive you. Just be like, I accept your apology.
That's it. That's all.
I started saying that because I don't forgive people. Well, I forgive some people.
It depends.
Depends on the person in the situation. But some of y'all would never be forgiven.
I'm screaming. So then, okay, y'all, the group goes on to say, see, my mama told me that if it's meant to be, she'll come back and she'll forgive me. And the best thing I could do is just let her go. I know I don't want to do it. All right, cool. You went to your mama for advice. All right. I mean, I don't know. I don't know who men should go to for advice, because I'm gonna get back to this. But who in their right corner has their best interest? I mean, it's situation. This is all hypothetical, but in this situation, what do you think about the mom giving him that advice?
I just personally feel like a lot of y'all mamas forgave a lot of ain't shit ass niggas, and that's not fair advice, because why would I want to put up with that? Just because you put up with Elroy cheating on you and doing all types of other mischievous shenanigans doesn't mean I need to forgive your son for doing shenanigans. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to break the cycle. I don't want to keep going through all of that stuff. So it's like when they be like, oh, well, if it's meant to be, she'll forgive you and everything will be right.
You don't know how your son is.
And then they gonna turn around and be like, I didn't raise him like that. Well, who did? Who raised him, Shirley? You tell me.
Her name is Barbara.
Barbara, Shirley, Barbara, same problem. Because they both was with Elroy.
Uh-oh.
And Mr. Charlie. All of them.
Oh!
It's a mess.
Oh!
And that's the problem. Everybody forgiving stuff. But no, like, if you really gonna forgive him, like, going back to what I'm saying, you, like, really need to forgive him. But, like, also don't just do it because his mama said forgive him. Because there'll be some mamas that call you and be like, he's
messy.
He's a good man,
Savannah. He's a good man.
He's going through a rough time right now. No, he can go through that rough time by himself.
And then my thing is, like, y'all always want to go to y'all mamas. I am not your mother. So what your mother tell you is not what I'm going to do. May not be what I'm going to do.
And another thing. Y'all going to y'all mama, but y'all mama not married. And I can say that because my mama is too not married, but she been married, and she know what she don't want in a marriage.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like y'all saying that some of y'all mamas ain't never been married or had a real for real relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like a for real relationship. So there are certain things that are literally non-forgivable.
Yeah. And I feel like it's situational.
Yeah, it is. And so it's kind of like y'all can't, because niggas be quick to be like, well, you can't say that because you don't. I've had
my
an
mama.
I've had an ex literally tell me that I could not say certain things about relationships because my parents weren't married, but literally his parents' marriage was terrible. And I was like, at least my mom is happy. At least my dad is happy. So it's kind of like, also don't listen to unhappy people for advice.
That's what it boils down to.
So it's not more about who is giving them advice. It's about
that person.
Are they even happy with themselves? If they're always miserable and then they turn around and give you advice, you really listening to that?
Yeah, I know. And then guys go and listen to their homeboys. Whole time homeboy wants your girl. Like, we're gonna wake up or no?
No. You
or he
need to leave you so that he could be with me.
Or he just don't want you with somebody happy. To be happy. He don't want you to be with somebody happy.
Some people are jealous.
Or then we could get into, you go to your sister. Okay, she our age. Sister girl is not giving you the right advice. Like, she's not.
Yeah. She's
not. She think I'm in the wrong.
Yeah.
She think I'm in the wrong for leaving you. When you tell, you know what?
It's just a lot because, honestly, who does he need to listen to? I say, personally,
himself.
Yeah. I was going to say, it's probably one of those things where you really have to be like, this is my relationship that I'm fighting for. Nobody else is this is me and her relationship. So I feel like this has really made me think of, I be very open with my friends, very open. So, but then it's making me feel like there are certain things that I don't need to tell y'all for the sake of, if I do want this relationship to work out, this does need to be just talked about between me and him, which is an emotional maturity that I am currently working on.
But I did see on the Clock app, they say if you feel like you can't tell your friends or your parents what he did, you probably don't need to be with him.
Okay, I don't mean that though. Now with that, yes. If it's something like that, get out. But when you have little bitty problems, he's not texting me back like that, or the little stuff we be saying.
Yeah,
I feel like that all that doesn't have to necessarily be brought up to your friends because it's just helping build a case of
animosity.
Yeah, and then you don't even mean it like that. You're just venting. But they're not taking it
right.
So it's kind of
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But if you need, because I tell my friends a lot, but some of it is because niggas be gaslighting me or attempting to,
and you don't see it,
and I don't see it, and then when it's finished or while it's happening, I have people to be like, no, Morgan, you're not crazy. You remember when you told us that this and this happening, and you remember when you sent the screenshot and this and this happened. I'm like, I knew it.
And okay, so we got that figured out. Keep it to you. Nah, I ain't gonna tell y'all that. Okay, so then they go on and say, but if I continue to push, she'll just pull away. And I know that in my heart, it's a reality. I didn't treat her like she wanted to be treated. Then my thing is, I said, I will be pulling away to the next man. Because you waited till I almost hated you to act right and to do right. And then I said, and now everything you do, it bothers me. You're ugly, and everything you do, it's annoying. And then, it's getting under my skin. So I can no longer just, I don't like you no more, and I barely could tolerate you. So then I feel like that's when niggas get to that point. And this, I'm finna get into something. Are y'all ready for this? I know this is not right. I know it ain't right. I know it ain't right. I know it's not right. I know it's not right. But that's what leads to cheating. Women cheating. I guess men too, sometimes is when you at your age, they want you to stay. So he was like, fuck it, I'ma stay. But then they still continue to get on your nerves and they manipulate you into staying, and then you was like, you know what? All right, I'm about to head next door. With the key open, the door open. I got the key to next door. I know. I said it's not right. It's not right.
It's not.
But I just feel like those type of situations lead to cheating, where you push.
Yeah.
And she's pulling away because she said, "Give me a minute and do right," but you still, it's not working.
Yeah.
It's not working. So, and I understand why some people cheat. And I've said it before, and because of experiences, like, I get it. Yeah. So yes, when you push, sometimes she will pull away.
Yeah.
So just let things be and do better. You do your part. Yeah. And don't be annoying. And make sure she don't hate you.
See, but I feel like I agree with everything. Everything that you said. I say that but I continue to push and she'll pull away. So, like, she's told you time and time again what she needed to feel whole and respected in this relationship. Mm-hmm. She's told you she needed reassurance. She told you she needed date night. She told you she needed quality time. She told you she needed intimacy outside of sex. She needed romance in everyday life. And that does not mean, screaming it from the rooftops every day. It means she wants forehead kisses and maybe you come home with some roses one day. Or, you cook dinner for her. Or you plan something special for you. Like, that's what she was asking. And that's not a lot. It's literally not a lot. It takes all of, like, literally not even 10 minutes to make a reservation to a place. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not...
It's nothing.
It takes nothing to make somebody...
$5 for flowers.
And so it's like you're now pushing all of the stuff that she once literally had been asking you. Probably, let's say you were in a relationship for 3 years or something like that. She had been asking you every time that she was feeling like you were pulling away. She was asking you, if we could do some things to try to pull us back together. And you never did it. So now she's like, I'm over it. I'm done. I want to walk away. And now you want to put every piece of effort, energy, thought, love into it, and it doesn't feel real anymore.
You know what it reminds me of? A little bit. It's a movie.
Here we go, y'all.
Temptation, when he forgot her birthday 2 years in a row.
I love that movie. We can talk about it. So,
hold on, wait. Let's see what Stephanie said. She says, why is he pushing her though? I don't want to be pushed.
Exactly.
Help me pull the relationship load.
Exactly, and that's the problem, because now our energies are against each other. Like, instead of us working together, now you're pushing me, I'm pulling away. So it's like putting two ends of the magnet together. It's not gonna work.
Yep. Nope.
Because we're literally pushing against each other. You waited. I was trying to work with you. Now we're working against each other ultimately. But yeah, temptation. What about it?
When he forgot her birthday 2 years in a row, that relationship was boring as fuck. Very boring.
See, and here's the thing. I feel like that's, how people be like the highs and the lows, whatever. That's one of the lows of a relationship. Not him forgetting her birthday. Not him, but like the...
Boring?
That boring part, relationships get boring.
Yes.
It's like, and we also have to keep in mind the storyline of temptation.
Tyler Perry written, but...
That aside.
What's the storyline?
They were
since they were 7 years old.
Since they were 7, they
on high road, yeah.
From kids, they grew up together. They
that was only each other. They only knew each other.
Only knew each other sexually, romantically, So that is eventually going to get boring unless you go out and make an effort together. It's gonna get boring. She found the excitement, but she found that excitement with somebody else. She tried to bring it back to him, but instead of talking about it. Instead of talking about it with him first, though. And that's another. Yeah, your husband. And he's a very routine person. Mm. And but she liked that routine up until she met Homeboy. She didn't have a problem with that routine.
No, I think she did. I think she started to realize. I think she started to get bored of it.
But you could have said something.
Yeah, she could have.
So that's on you. That's communication.
Yeah, it is.
And instead of you saying something to the man you're literally married to and vowed to communicate openly to, you had an affair. Mm-hmm. Then brought the stuff from the affair back to your husband. Yeah. And you expect him to be okay with it? This is a man that only has sex in bed. He only has sex in bed. So, what you think he finna choke you, slap you, pull your hair for? Yeah. Girl, he wants to caress your face. He wants to do missionary. He was so lost. He was so confused. He's like, no, baby, let's lay down on the bed. Let's turn the lights off. Bruh, kill the mood. But what she could have did was just be like, hey, babe, I'm bored. I would like to spice up some things. You gotta hit on one of the little back shoulder rubs. I would like to spice up some things. So I was talking to my homegirl, and she told me that she tried and I wanted to see if you don't just start. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's a bit much. Mm-hmm. That's a bit much. So yeah, so and it was like I didn't. What did he say? And I know that my heart is a reality. Yeah, it is that you're gonna lose me. That's the reality, and I'm glad you can face that because at least I can walk out this door. Yeah, because you should know that. Because because I know my worth. And some women, they say, I'm gonna leave. They go time after time again. That nigga, he not believing that you finna leave. Every time you say you gonna leave and you don't, he takes you a little less serious. So don't say you're not gonna leave. Don't say you're gonna leave if you're not gonna leave. Cause he's not going. The same way he be telling you he gonna take you on dates and he never took you on dates. Every time a little bit more, you don't believe him. Same thing. Same thing. You be like, you be telling your friends, oh, he said he gonna take me on a date. The first time you like, oh yeah, you really excited. And then he let you down. Like, dang. Then you like, okay. Then the second one you like, okay, he gonna say, but then he might not, and then he don't. So then by the time we get to the 10th time of him saying he gonna take you on a date, baby, you like, yeah, right, we'll see. Yeah, that's true. But for him, it's excitement because it's like she really not leave, so I can really do what the fuck I want to. It's the opposite. Yeah, it's the opposite. So then they'll be scared at first, like, oh, she gonna leave, and then they realize, oh, she's not gonna leave. Oh, baby, but I am. Then they're gonna say, hey, girl, waiting for you all the time, supposed to move on with my life. I've tried. Well, I'm gonna need. Then I said, well, I'm gonna need you to do it. I'm gonna need you to move on because you tried. But did you really? Maybe at this point, I'm not your girl. Maybe I'm not the person for you. If you did all this trying, I don't think you really tried. Because why are you asking for God's grace and begging God to not let me leave if you did everything that you said that you were supposed to do? And then in the previous line you just said, wait, what did you say? Scroll back up. It said, I didn't treat her like she wanted to be treated, but you tried. All right, yeah, you tried me, nigga. What are you talking about? What are you saying to me right now? You tried, but literally in the same breath you said I didn't treat her like she wanted to be treated. So that means this young woman. I think he's saying he tried to move on. I don't care. Either way, you didn't try for real. Yeah, you didn't try. Yeah, you didn't try to move on. You didn't try to make me happy. You tried to make me feel like an idiot. You tried. Yeah, hey, dad. But you tried to literally like. I guess the only thing you tried to do was get me back. That's so and that was something, I don't know, did we talk about that? Like, oh, no, did we talk about that? What? Yeah, we did. How some niggas, they really, they don't want you back for they just want the money to have you. We talked about that. Yeah. Okay. I tried. You didn't try. And then they're going to say, if you ever love somebody,
if you ever had somebody, but you don't know that you hurt, but you know that you hurt somebody, let me say, yeah.
Why y'all taking trauma and turning it into a call off? Like, yes, I have loved somebody and I have had somebody and I know I hurt somebody. Why am I saying right now? Why you got me singing it? Why did you make me bring it?
And then why you got your homeboys like
harmonizing in the background?
Like, y'all done hurt y'all girls too. Like, everybody not supposed to be saying yeah right now. That's not what this is for. Why?
Like, you hate me.
But I want to say thank y'all, Jagged Edge, for this wonderful song. It's beautiful.
It's a bop.
But see, don't say nothing, Morgan.
Okay.
I said that like if my boyfriend said like that without me he's walking like it felt like he walked out of heaven, like I need you to tell me that, like, oh my God, like without me you in heaven, I mean you in hell, or you just on earth, like, oh my God, you need to be in heaven with me, like, yes, and I need you to say that because without me that's where you'll be on earth or in hell. So but me you in heaven, period. Keith said, you try to hold that shit ain't work. City girls. He says, why you always walking out of heaven? Oh, why you walking out of heaven in the first place? I get in heaven, I'm saying. Wait. I get in heaven, I'm staying. Exactly. We talked about that.
But that was the whole, like, you don't think that you ever really gonna get kicked out of heaven. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Because you're like, oh, I got in here. Yeah. You know how hard it is to get in heaven? You know how hard it was to bag her? Yeah, I got her. I'm never getting out of heaven. And then you get kicked out of heaven.
Do you know how
specifically hard it is? by God himself.
And what's crazy, it's not even hard to stay in heaven. It's not. It's not hard.
They only got a couple rules.
But niggas make it hard on themselves. I guess you say people, but I'm speaking for mine, you know. It's just, y'all, like I said, if a nigga told me he walks out of heaven without me, like, or, you know, when he not with me, it's just like, you know. But anyways, yeah, that was the synopsis of this song. It was a great song, wonderful song, lovely song. Video.
What's your favorite Jagged Edge song?
I'll have to listen to like probably Good Luck Charm and let me see. I like Let's Get Married remix, even though people always talk about that song. They say I'm not gonna play this at my wedding. I feel like people these days.
Why don't play it at their wedding?
They say is because I guess in the song they say we're not getting no younger. We might as well do it. We might as well do it.
Oh, we ain't getting no younger.
We might as well do it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
But people, I feel like people overanalyze songs. They don't know how to relax with a song no more.
I was gonna say like that song gives me the marriage pack. You know, people like, well, if we 35 and ain't married, let's go ahead and get married. But then it'd be somebody that you secretly was in love with the whole time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those weird things. But then it's like, you know, it's not. I don't get people playing at their wedding.
What?
Pretty Wings. Why are y'all doing that?
Oh, I heard it wasn't about love. I never really listened to it.
I'm not. Y'all, please don't boo me in the comments. I'm not the biggest fan of that song.
I'm not even,
because I don't know.
I not even the meaning of the song, but me neither.
Yeah, like, I wasn't either. Not the big like, and I'll like sing parts of it sometimes, but like I don't have Pretty Wings on my phone.
Keith said niggas don't know a good thing when it's right in their face. And he said what? Bump by Jagged Edges. Oh, bump. Okay. Let's be bump.
I think is it put a little bump in it.
Oh, in it. Yeah. That's featuring Ashanti.
Of course. Of course. My favorite Jagged Edge song is probably Good Luck Charm and I want to say Where the Party At, because that song gets me lit. But then also, like, I like Promise.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that song too. I like a lot of Jagged Edge songs.
I do. I realized that when I was just looking at the little album.
Oh, really?
Hits, I was like, I like
a lot of jazz songs. Yeah.
I like all of it.
And they probably wrote this song for Latoya, because y'all know a little background information. They used to date back in the day. I forgot which one of them was, but Destiny Child and Jagged Edge used to go on tour back in the day.
Latoya keep a man lucky.
Latoya, if you watching this,
love you,
watch this, you and Slim. Make it a thing.
Not make it a thing.
Make it a thing.
I love Latoya.
And it was somebody else I was gonna mention. With SZA.
He can't love you.
Oh, he can't love you like I love you. Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's a vibe.
People were saying about the SZA album. They were on TikTok. They're being over analytical. Like, I can't listen to this no more. I'm not in my.
Oh my god.
What is it? I'm not in my
It was something stupid.
It was. I'm just like, girl, be fucking for real.
And then it was really killing me because, first of all, SZA, girl, when you watch this, you ate with that whole album. I don't care. You was in your bag. You was in Avril Lavigne bag. You was in Taylor Swift bag. You was in Old Dirty Bastard bag. You was in everybody's bag, and I love it.
Not Old Dirty Bastard. How you get in this?
He was on the clip of Forgiveness.
I didn't listen to the album, so okay. I guess that's
wow, that's crazy, and that's.
That makes sense.
It's okay.
Rest in peace.
But yeah. So it was like, she really did everything. But Kill Bill, that's the song that got everybody in their panties.
How'd that go?
In a knot. That was the one that was like, she was like, if I can't have you, no one will. I might kill my ex. Oh. And then she was like, I'd rather TikTok? Yeah, but they've also been talking about it on Twitter. They've been like, when she's like, I'd rather be in hell than alone. That's how she ends the song. Like, at first she was saying, I'd rather be in jail. Like, that was, and then when she gets to the end, she's like, I'd rather be in hell than alone. And everybody's like, I don't sing that. I don't get that. And I was like, it's literally a hyperbole.
Like, just vibe. You just not vibing right now. Like, you're not doing it.
And like, bro, she's literally just saying, I don't want to be with anybody else, and I don't want you to be with anybody else. So I would rather be in hell. I'd rather be in jail. The same way Summer said,
I want to start your mom should whoop your ass. I know that's not what you was going at, but I just had to get that out there.
Oh, I was going to say, that's not what I was going to say, but that is true. But, no, when Summer and Janae song on her album, when they were talking about, they were like, nope, nobody should be talking to you unless it's your mama or your sister. You know what I'm talking about. Bro, you know what I'm talking about. Who, me? Yes. It's on. Please don't whisper that again.
Okay, so they were definitely hating that song. I forgot what they called them type of songs where they player cock blocking or player hating. It was like, he can't love you, dirty macking. They call that a dirty macking song. Where they like, trying to get you away from your nigga or whatever else, or your girl.
I'll Kill You by Summer featuring Janae Aiko, and pretty much in that song she's like, don't be talking to another girl. If anybody else talking to you, it need to be somebody you related to. And if it's not, and it's like, she's like, I waited so long for a love like this, blah, blah, blah. And she's, it's like super, like, oh, I'll kill you if you're not in love with me, pretty much. It's crazy. It's not that deep though, y'all.
And she don't mean it. Says, LOL, I just saw y'all was on live and wanted to drop in. Y'all have a good night.
Okay. Bye, Dad. But yeah, it's not that deep, y'all. Like, they just songs.
They're just, and some people say songs are manifestation, which I do believe is to be true to a certain degree. But my thing is, so you telling me you don't think married people be singing like desperate ass Mary J. Blige song? Like, be fucking for real.
My thing is, this don't never be a problem when the rappers be rapping about the life that they don't live. All of a sudden it's, he just writing. It's just a song. Okay, but Michael came from the suburbs in Gwinnett, and he's rapping like he came from Mechanicsville.
I guess, I don't know. I guess they must not be the same people, because they're like, some people will say that. Some people will say that. But that's the hip hop conversation about. That's a conversation for a different day, which I don't agree with. But yeah. So that's our episode tonight, guys. Or this morning, rather.
Right. It is.
It's 3:00 in the morning.
3 in the morning.
Now that video, I thought in that video. Side note, I thought that was Kourtney Kardashian or Khloe, one of them. in the video. I will go look at it after we get done.
I'm saying, I remember this video then.
Thank y'all for tuning in with Kicking It with K-Rob, and this episode was brought to you by Jagged Edge and Morgan. And I will see y'all next time. Bye.
I want to kick it with K-Rob.